Hi everyone, this is Dexter Girl 1989 here, and I'm going to talk about Aaron Swartz and his death. If you don't know who Aaron Swartz is, he's one of the founders of, I think, Reddit, and basically why he committed suicide is because the government was going after him with I think it's like copyright charges and but I'm not sure exactly what all the charges are, but basically, originally they said he was going to be facing 50 years. Well, now it's come to light that maybe he was only going to face 6 months and $1 million fine. Well, I think both things are outrageous. I think that there should be no fine, and there shouldn't have been any jail time. I don't think he did anything wrong. Basically what he did was he went into the MIT library and downloaded academic texts through JSTOR, and he broke JSTOR's policy about how fast you're supposed to download the files. And basically, I guess MIT found out, and then MIT went to the government went to the federal government, and then he was charged with federal crime. And basically, was being persecuted because he wanted to stand up and let there be free information within getting academic works and stuff like that to people who can afford it or it's not available to them. And basically he wanted to help people people become more educated, and I believe the government was persecuting him because of MIT, and because a lot of those works, because the government likes to stick its hand and whatever new, if somebody breaks, they want to basically take our freedoms away. I mean, I'm not one of these crazy people who think the government's gonna take over and, they're gonna take everything away. But they're trying to chip away at freedom of speech. And like Bradley Manning, for example. Bradley Manning was charged with, I guess would be called treason for the WikiLeaks scandal, which basically he gave classified information to Julian Assange, and basically now he's being held up on charges. And there was a court case whether he was being abused in the I'm not sure what where military base it was, but he was basically what they would consider tortured. He was stripped naked. They wouldn't let him go outside. Basically, he was, humiliated and tortured for no reason. And the government is persecuting him for speaking out against the government and saying, you know what? There's things going on that the people should know. And, news reporters, government leaks classified information to news reporters, and they don't go to jail. It's because the government wants you to know about that because it furthers their interests. And I just don't understand why this Aaron Swartz was being persecuted. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would they bring him up on charges? I mean, JSTOR didn't want to bring up any charges, and it was JSTOR's term of service that he violated. And I don't get how this became a federal crime. I believe that, because I believe that the government is afraid of people like Aaron Swartz who can, hack in, very computer savvy people that can challenge the government or challenge corporations and things like that. I mean, I think they're scared of that. And, that's the whole reason why I believe he is was being charged with a federal crime. And it is a shame that he committed suicide because the government was overreaching its hand into something they had no business reaching into. It was between him and JSTOR. And JSTOR said, we don't want anything to do with the prosecution of Aaron Swartz. And it was their terms of service he violated. And for MIT, shame on you, MIT. You're supposed to be supporting people like Aaron Swartz that are trying to change the world and make it a better place. And I just find it very disgusting that MIT would do this and get the government involved and cause it to be a federal crime. I do not understand why it's a federal crime to do what he did. But I believe the government is afraid of its people. A smarter America is easier to control. If the government can't control us, then they lose their power. They like to stick their thumb into anything that they consider harmful to the US government. And they even overreach in some things that are none of the government's business. But I find that this is atrocious. I believe that Aaron Swartz's blood is on the government's hands. And I believe that Bradley Manning should be released from custody because I believe that he was doing what he thought was the right thing and in divulging information that the American people deserved to know. And I believe that they should also stop their they're trying to get Julian Assange, where Julian Assange has to hide so he won't be extradited to the United States for WikiLeaks. And basically that's all I have to say about that. But thank you for listening, and bye.